So when you chant properly, certain things should happen. Yes? One of the things happen when you chant properly, the effect of chanting, some peaceful, become more peaceful. Because all our worries, all our anxiety, all our mental suffering is because we take things into the perspective of I am a product of this material world. Hare Krishna. So when you chant, your life, you come into proper perspective, spiritual perspective. I'm a spirit soul. So you don't take things as serious, no.
So what are you saying? You become peaceful.
Yeah, because I'm a spirit soul. Your perspective is I'm a spirit soul. I'm connected to another reality. That's not my real identity. It is material world. So when things happen, you are not so much affected. You understand what I mean? So that's one.
I know what you mean.
So that's one of the effects of the chanting. You become more peaceful because you are into another perspective of life.
People did say that about me before. No, you become such a nice person, much more nice.
We're going to see.
I don't see it in myself.
We're going to speak about that. Another effect is powerful. You become powerful. So why? Because it's empower you in your task. Sometimes people say, "Oh, all your chanting, all your spiritual life is quiet." It's like something not of action, but something of how do you say? It's like an antithesis of action. Spiritual life. But no, actually, it's supposed to empower you to go in the world and act. And there is a nice story for this understanding. So this is a story of a lumberjack. Yes, lumberjack. You say people who cut trees. Yeah. So a lumberjack got a new job, and on his new job, he was very enthusiastic. And he saw his boss, he really liked his boss, and he wanted to show him, what I can do. I'm going to show him that he hired the good person, the best. So he went and he cut. First day, he cut 15 trees in one day. So he said to his boss, today I cut 15 trees, big trees. Then the next day he said, I'm going to do even more to show him really that I'm a good element. So the next day he went, even with more enthusiasm, more strength. He went and he cut all day. He cut. He finished and he cut only 12 trees. So, what is that? I put more. I was more enthusiastic. I put more strength and I cut less. What happened? So the next day I will cut even more. I need to cut more to show. And the next day, even more enthusiasm, more. He really wanted to do a lot. And he cut only 10 trees. So, wow, what's going on? So he went to his boss and he said, look, last day and today I cut less and less. So his boss was thinking like that. And he said, did you, how you say?
Did you sharpen your axe?
Exactly, you know the story?
No, whatever.
Yeah, did you sharpen your axe? Said, I don't have time to do that. I'm too busy cutting trees. Why? Why should I take time to sharpen my axe? So that's the point, If you're not sharp in your life, whatever you do, action, will not be so effective. So this chanting is powerful because it's really give you the strength, it sharpen you to really empower you to do things in life. That's one of the effects of the Maha Mantra. It makes you beautiful. You noticed? Not just in the mirror, but it makes you beautiful inside. Because it's clean, all the bad things make you a better person, good quality. Remove the bad thing, but give you the real quality of the soul. So chanting makes you beautiful internally, and it makes you joyful. Because by chanting we please Krishna, and because Krishna is pleased, we are happy, automatically. Yes? So that is your experience?
I'm sorry?
Is your experience of chanting the holy name?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I've experienced that.
Okay,
Seems
great.
like a long time ago.
Because sometimes we say, yeah, all that sounds good, but it don't seem to experience that so much. But it depends on what type of chanting we are doing. That's why we're going to see that is a very funny part. We're going to see some example of that. Some different kind of chanting that you already experience, and so variety of japa. What do you think kind of variety of japa there is?
Robotic.
Oh yeah?
We could watch this movie of Bhakti, you know this? It's a very old movie they made in the UK.
Okay.
It's a very comedic, but it shows like how we can chant wrong and many things. Yeah, so it would be nice to watch this later.
Yeah, definitely. So where it is, this thing?
So
it's online?
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
On YouTube? How it's called?
Bhakti.
And who made it?
Forgot the names, but yeah.
So he showed different kind of chanting.
Yeah, and also other things.
Okay.
Other videos she was wrong about, not just about chanting.
Some funny things.
Yeah. It's just
comic.
Fun.
Okay,
Yeah.
I will have a look.
Yeah. So varieties of japa.
Yes.
Robotic.
There is a robotic, yes.
Not pronouncing the words properly.
Yes.
Sleeping.
Yes, famous one.
Focused. Focus, connected.
Yes.
Go on, Simon.
Deb, what do you think?
They call it
Prajalpa?
I mean, you must have had times when you chanted and you really felt more.
Sorry?
A good one, like really well focused, concentrated,
Yeah.
100% dedicated,
Mm-hmm.
really free of all connection.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to see a few of them. To-do list japa, you know that one?
Yeah. But then I tried to get it out online and maybe write my list first, and then I found.
So what is kind of japa, that to-do list japa?
Yeah, you think about what you need to do.
Yeah. I need to go to the market, I need to buy that. Or today I need to do this computering things. Or today I have that. So you list your day.
So sometimes good to just put it on paper, and then you have to list, and then you don't need to think about it.
Yeah.
So you can also help ourselves.
This can be one of the...
WhatsApp japa?
What?
WhatsApp.
Yeah, that will come also. Creative japa. I don't know if you I think you all have this realization. When you chant japa, the best ideas are coming. Really, the best idea you didn't have during the day, it's like, wow, some amazing ideas, even Krishna conscious idea, wow, and then you carry on like that, amazing.
Yeah, I've had a few ideas.
But actually, it's diverting you, from the japa. So you are in this idea, but even this Krishna conscious idea,
you're being distracted.
Yeah, you are not chanting.
It's what is it?
Inattentive. Yeah. Then there is call and response japa. This is when two devotees are coming together and they are chanting. So one is speaking to the other. How are you? You okay? Where were you yesterday? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. And the other is chanting while you're speaking, and when he's responding, you're chanting. So it's japa and speaking at the same time. You saw that before?
Yeah, I can
imagine that happening.
Okay, entertainment japa. So yeah, it is.
You mean people trying to sound exactly like Prabhupada?
No, that means like you're doing something. So you're reading like a magazine, or you putting your phone, looking at thing, because this japa is so boring, Let me do something more exciting, Then there is Radha. So Radha japa. Now you're like that. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. What's going on outside? There is a nice cat. What is cat is doing? So you look at the cat, you look, it's a beautiful day today, nice, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. You look at the trees, you like that. You look, what is around, Hare Krishna. Everything is around, you're looking.
I think I was doing some of that this morning. Yeah, I was checking the Boga room while doing my day.
It's good to be aware, at least. Relaxing japa, so you're chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna. It's so early during the morning. Let me relax a little bit. So you're chanting, you're like that. Now I can chant better now. Huh? You do also like that? So we saw that already. We did that. Hating japa. So you're in the temple and you see somebody you don't like. This guy is still here. Krishna. Because he said to you something bad the other day, so you think about him. What is he doing, this guy? The other day he really said that to me. So you think about this guy, because he said something wrong to you. Beat the clock japa. So you want to be the world record of japa, faster japa, you want to be in the Guinness record, So you try to chant faster as possible. I need to finish in 1 hour my japa. Driving japa, famous one. Robot japa, yes. So japa, we need to put some heart in it. It's not just mechanical. We need to really try to connect. Sleepy japa, of course, a famous one. Early in the morning.
Yeah, and you like this and suddenly you feel.
But you really can't sound any better because you really cannot.
Yeah. I was told when I was Mama Charlie to get up, when I was sleeping. But it's really, really tired, yeah. But then the thing is, after, it's become harder to chant also during the day.
Yeah.
If you have to chant all year round during the day, it's like your life becomes difficult.
No, I mean, I was talking when you were...
Or maybe you can take a nap, like 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Yeah. Just to say to the mind, okay, we took a nap to the mind. Sometimes the mind is too powerful, so better to take a little nap. Joyride japa. So that is, you have a nice thought, So you chant, you have some nice thought. And you follow these thoughts, you follow. And you say, soon I come to holiday, it will be so nice. Oh yes. You start to go into this imagination. You chant Hare Krishna. You think, what I will do in my holidays, I will go to Bulgaria, it will be so nice, there will be that person I didn't see a long time, what there will be to eat there. And the japa should become like some music on the background, some nice background music from your trip, in Bulgaria.
Everyone gets caught up in some of these things.
Of course. But it's good to be aware, that's the point. Everyone, of course, the mind is taking up all of these things. But machine gun japa is that you chant so fast and so that you don't listen, you machine gun. Just
Yeah, I heard. I'm not that fast.
So yeah, the point of all that is why we don't get the benefit of chanting is because maybe we don't chant properly. This is different kind of chanting, inattentive chanting. Yes? Because actually,
We should be listening to the holy name.
we need some attention. Yes, listening to the holy name. That brings attraction to the holy name. And then attachment to the holy name. So the most important part is to be attentive. It's not easy, huh? But something we need to work on. Because like I say, japa, chanting the holy name is like, say, well, I know that it's a very easy process. But if we don't go deep into it, we'll not have the benefit. So that's something we really need to work on. It is the most important thing in our life, to go deep on that. That's why we are here, to go deep into this japa. So everything should be molded to go deep into our japa. To feed our japa. Okay, next. So what makes it hard to chant attentively? What you would say about you?
Once I get a text, I don't want to do what I'm supposed to do.
What do you mean?
No, it happened actually before. Like I was like in a kind of a mood where I was like, okay, I only want to chant, I only want to get down, I only want to, absorb. But then at the same time, I had some service and I was able to do it properly anymore. For me, it was very difficult.
Okay. So when the mind say, when you have service, you want to chant.
No, yeah, sure. No, it's when I started from, I not only do service, more
Okay.
like that, I'm in the mood like that, okay.
So lack of time, you will say?
No, it's not just time, it's like the service, kind of service I do is very much intellectual.
Okay.
So it's like it's not compatible,
It's take your mind.
Yeah, it's not compatible. It's like different things.
But when it's japa time, you should set up a time that's nothing,
Yeah, right.
Nothing else than that. If not, you become mixed with service, everything, and it's cannot focus. Very important.
For me, the flies in the summer.
The flies come and bother you?
Yeah, they like landing on my feet and on my head.
Okay.
So I use coconut oil sometimes for my fika.
So they don't come? They come. They like it.
Maybe. Maybe I got good blood, I don't know. Distractions like that.
Yeah.
When I'm not comfortable. So I try to find a comfortable position.
Okay. So it brings back your focus on something external.
And sometimes I become distracted by maybe something else. And then when I realize, then I just try not to blame myself. I try to go back. Listen.
This is the thing always to bring back. The mind will bring to other things, but always to bring back. Yeah. It's like it's like a battle actually.
Yeah, I mean, bringing it back is actually quite easy, but not getting irritated by that can be difficult for some people. I don't get angry about that anymore. Yeah. If I get angry, that makes it even more difficult.
Yeah. You feed it.
In the opposite, you feed it, exactly.
Yeah, we need to see it like a battle. We are in a battle, you need to be determined, and actually it's the battle of the day. It's this japa time is the battle. All the success you will have in your life, it's according to this battle.
And I think if I haven't had enough sleep, I haven't slept properly, that makes it tough.
Yeah.
And usually I have to have a nap in between.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we need to mold to have a good japa period.
Yeah, I mean, I heard it's really important to create an environment that's the best possible environment for us to do japa. For everyone, that's different. So for me, I kind of know some things that make it more comfortable for me.
Prabhupada said it took me, I think, 30 or 40 years to perfect japa. Prabhupada said to him about himself.
It took 40 years to get
to perfect, yeah. So it's a process gradually, but you really need to understand the importance of it to go through, But it takes time. It takes a lifetime. But you need to understand that is our goal, to connect to Krishna. and that's the means.
I've seen a Prabhupada disciple chanting before, and even if I go and ask something to him, you can just see he's so focused on his job.
Yeah.
He's got glassy eyes, like water in the eyes, but not crying, just glassy. And you can see that they're really into what they're doing.
Some determination, there is
Yeah,
determination.
even if someone speaks to them, they just finish that round and say yes.
Yeah.
And then they can get straight back into it. That's like someone that's been doing it since they were 20 and they're now 70.
Yeah. Yeah, practice.
For me,
Yeah?
I prefer just a calm space and a pixel line.
Sorry?
A calm.
A calm space. If it's not calm, you're distracted.
Not pretty much distraction. I think to me it looks like it's just more force to concentrate.
Yeah.
Concentrate, but once it comes.
So, for example, in the temple, for you, it's difficult because everybody.
No, because there are many people they do japa.
So that's good.
Proliferate the.
Okay. So you like in the temple?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that as well. When there's a lot of people around you,
Doing it, yeah.
It's inspiring.
Yeah, because also you cannot do like the other kind of japa, less actually, because you feel like people are looking at me, more or less. You cannot take your phone and do japa, for example.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, but that doesn't really bother me because sometimes I just do it. I just do it for my time anyway.
Okay.
I've been told of before.
But it's controlling more the mind when you are around people. And when you're on your own in your room, then it's open door to the mind,
I mean, actually, I experienced it in Pune, in the small temple.
Yeah.
Everyone's into japa.
Yeah.
And I hardly had any sleep, and so I had to stand up, and I was so tired I nearly fell over like that when I was chanting.
Wow.
And another thing that disturbs me is someone's next to me that's chanting really loudly and I can't hear myself.
Ah, okay.
No, really, if I can't hear myself, then I try and move away.
Okay.
Yeah,
Same, okay.
so when someone really loud, almost shouting, it's like, okay, that's too much. Like, no matter, I try, stay 2 hours, but you cannot hear. You're supposed to hear yourself, but you can't because you hear.
But then you need to chant louder then.
Yeah, but then it would be.
Then it's too tiring for my
Not just that, and it's also it's not the goal that everyone is louder than the next one, right?
Yeah. But it said you need to chant louder than your mind.
Right. And I have to have some fluid next to me because if my throat gets tired,
you need to drink something. Okay. Yeah. Okay, good. Also, drinking makes you less sleepy. It's good.
It's not alcohol. Yeah. I'm joking.
So, okay. So chanting, it's an art that you have to perfect.
40 years.
It's actually the best investment in our life. Best investment of our time is to chant, is to learn this art of chanting.
What about yourself?
Myself?
Yeah, your japa.
Yeah, my japa, it's a struggle. It's a battle. Every day it's a battle. It's a battlefield, and it's this battle that determines the day. Because you will have some test in the day. And the strength you're getting in japa is so important. So if you fail in japa, you will see in the day, and you will feel it in the day.
Yeah.
So like that, you can have some realization. Say, okay, next day I need to do better japa. I need to do.
For me was when I was really focused in japa, the focus would last through the whole day. It was basically just like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's really interesting how. Okay, counting 2 hours. How that works. Yeah.
But it is worth it.
Yeah, it's really interesting how that works, but it's also not always the same. I can still be disturbed sometimes for whatever reason. But in general, I noticed, when I was really focused on japa, the day is much more focused also.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really the basis of our day. So.
Yeah, I found it distracting as well when I got new japa beats.
Oh, really?
They were different, yeah. It distracted me. No, really, it's, they just didn't feel the same. And, wasn't comfortable.
So another thing I wanted to say also, we said it, it's when we chant together, it's always more powerful. Yes? We chant with other serious devotees, people who are serious, who really want to go deeper in japa, chant with them. Also, it's important to chant in the morning during the Brahma Muhurta.
Yeah.
Very powerful. Mine is less powerful.
Before the sun rises, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have that personal experience?
Oh yeah. If I don't chant in the morning, my day is hell. Then I need to run after my round, and the round's not the same.
Yeah, I hate that.
Yeah. It's.
I notice it's not always the problem, like when it's few rounds after Brahma Muhurta, but
It's the mind actually.
but it's
The mind is stronger during the day. Then it's the mode of passion, you know.
Yeah. I know it's okay when let's say I chant 12 rounds before Brahma Muhurta.
Yeah.
After it's okay. But
Yeah. At least the majority in the Brahma Muhurta. That's helpful. You know, Prabhupada was chanting three. He was chanting. How he was chanting? 3 before breakfast, 3 after breakfast.
when he was Grihastha?
Yeah.
But did he do it like that, or it was just an example how Grihasthas can do it?
No, he was doing.
He was.
Not remember how he was doing, but he was doing few before breakfast, then just after eat. Yeah. Then before and after, I think. Not remember.
Before every meal he said plus 4 in
3, I think. Not remember.
Yeah.
3 or 4.
Yeah, 3 always. No, it would be 4 because it was 4 times.
Yeah, 4 maybe. So that's because sometimes people, you know, that when they are busy in life, working all day, difficult to wake up very early to chant all year round, you know. So the meal period can be also a time you chant, you focus.
When I was living by myself in Amsterdam, I never chanted 16 rounds before. I never chanted 16 rounds
before coming here, living here.
Before coming to.
Okay.
I mean, I've done it before in temples. It felt amazing. But outside the temple, no one.
Okay.
Rarely.
Yeah, because it's very busy. No association, also no program.
Yeah,
maybe.
you have to go to work.
Yeah.
You've got to do this. You've got to get your lunch ready. You know.
Yeah, already.
What you have to do later in the day. So there's so many things that I needed to plan.
That's why Prabhupada he said he did that when he was working before meal. You know. Also, one thing is now there is a lot of channel like Mayapur TV, this kind of thing. You can connect if you are away, you're living not in the temple. You can connect to the chanting with other devotees. Some people can put also Prabhupada tape, Prabhupada chanting. That I can help.
I used to listen to what's his name. When I came here about 3 or 4 years ago, and I stayed for 10 days, and again for 10 days, and then I stayed for 6 weeks. And then 1.5 years later, I came to live here. When I was here for 6 weeks, I did a japa course online with Mahatma.
Oh, okay. Right. It was good?
Yeah, it was, because I didn't think I would learn much. I've tried so many things, but still there are a couple of essential small details
that you learn.
And they were very essential.
It's very good to do some retreat like that, especially focus on japa to motivate us to remind us of the importance of japa and some, like you say, some maybe technique or things like that.
Yeah, I heard a lot of stuff I'd heard before, so I thought, here we go again. But still, there were a couple of things I picked up, and I thought, yeah. And he had a very good way of, like, there's a tape I could listen to from Mahatma Das.
Okay.
You can hear all the devotees from Prabhupada chanting in the background, and then every couple of minutes, 2 or 3 minutes, he would say a meditation.
Okay.
Dear Lord, please help me.
Oh, that's nice.
That kind of thing.
Some inspiration.
Yeah. Always brings you back,
Yeah, the main thing is to always get the inspiration to prioritize the japa in our life. That's the main thing. The other things, it depends on the japa. All our spiritual life depends on the holy name. Focus on the holy name.
And Radhanath Maharaj, their disciples, some of them knew in Amsterdam, I know someone, they used to chant with the earplugs, because when you do this, you hear yourself very clearly when you put your fingers in your ears. So if you have earplugs, you can hear yourself.
Yeah, internally. Yeah.
So that was a tactic that some people use.
Yeah. But especially, that's Radhanath Maharaj also said that the main thing is the mood. The mood. That's what said the Shikshashtakam. Trinadapi, Sunichena, Tararapi, Saishna, Manina, Manadana, Kirtanya, Sadahari. How can I chant constantly the holy name to get this mood of humility, the tolerance, and respect toward others, and not looking for respect? So when we get this mood, we can really chant good japa.
Yeah, so don't go into the temple in a bad mood or mangalarity and hope to do good japa. Sometimes it happens.
We need to remind us. Of course it will happen, because it's a fight. We are fighting against all this anartha.
Well, it's still better to go than not to go.
Yeah, because it's the medicine. The medicine is not always joyful, but by taking it, then you feel something different. So, but it's good to have the knowledge to remind us, and that exactly. So we're going to the next now. That was the first step. Now we're going to the second step. Uncommon sense. Remember what we're going to speak about?
You said it was something. You said, but it wasn't the beginning. I forgot.
Was that from Keshava?
Keshava Maharaj. Yeah. So, what we're going to speak in this session?
It was like these sentences, which are like what other teachers, as what the Gita teaches.
That is one of the foundation of our life is chanting. What is another foundation? Very important also. The teaching, Prabhupada's books.
Yeah.
That's very important also in our life.
That's untold things.
Yeah. So I have a question for you. Can you tell me some common habit that you have now that just become natural to you? It was not, but it's become natural to you.
Waking up early in the morning?
Yeah, for example.
Or earlier?
Yeah. Some other example? Some more basic?
Taking a shower.
Taking a shower, yeah.
After number 2.
Yeah, even the morning, when you're young, it's not natural. But because you were trained by your parent or by the person you were with, then you learn to take a shower in the morning.
Well, yeah, but not from Western parents. Not just a shower in the morning, I'm talking about after passing.
Oh, yeah. But I mean just in the morning or taking a shower. Also, brushing your teeth become natural. Now, when you're a kid, no, I don't want. Why? But then become natural. You do it by yourself. It's not a big deal. Mm-hmm. So I'm asking all that because this session now is about creating a great habit of reading Prabhupada's books. The Vedic books, important. So, Krishna, he gave 4 examples for like metaphor of knowledge in the Bhagavad Gita. One is the fire of knowledge, Jnanagni. Krishna says one is understood to be in full knowledge, whose every endeavor is devoid of desire for material gratification. He is said by sage to be a worker for whom the reaction of work have been burned up by the fire of perfect knowledge. And here in the note of Sankirtan Priya Prabhu, he said that this material world is like a big university. So we always have something to learn. And actually, the learning comes in form of our karmic reaction. Yes? So something comes in our life, it's a lesson to learn. So, but if we learn the lesson beforehand, we don't need to do the karmic reaction. So that's why the knowledge burns the karmic reaction. When you know before things happen to you, you burn your reaction. That's what it said here. And there is 3 types of intelligent people, it said. One is just by hearing, he understands it. Another one, he need to hear, but he need to see also before he understand it. Another one, he need to see, to hear it, to see it, but experience it also.
Hands-on experience.
Sorry?
Hands-on experience.
Yes. But there is also another type who, even after hearing it, even after seeing it, even after experiencing it, he still don't learn. So Prabhupada, he give an example of teeth. He said there is a thief. Somebody who steals something. So we say to people, no, there is 4 types of people. So one of the people, we say to him, it's not good. It's not good to steal. If you steal, you will go to prison. So the people don't steal. And the second type, he heard it's not good, but he sees somebody in front of him that is stealing and is caught by police and is sent to prison. So he don't steal. Another type, he heard it. He heard it's not good to steal. He sees somebody stealing, go to prison, but still he steal. He got to prison. When he come out, say, I will not steal anymore. But there is another type. He heard it. He saw it. He experienced the prison, but still he's again going to steal. So no intelligence. So we have to learn, and by knowledge we can burn the reaction in our life. Another analogy that Krishna gave is the lamp of knowledge. Jnana dipena. So Krishna say, to show them special mercy, I, dwelling in their heart, we speak of devotees, destroying with the shining lamp of knowledge the darkness born of ignorance. So Krishna, through scripture, is going to illuminate our journey back to him. With the lamp of knowledge, he removed the darkness of ignorance of this material world and bringing us, showing us the way back home, back to Godhead. That's one aspect also of knowledge. There is also boat of knowledge. Krishna is speaking about the boat of knowledge. Jnana plava, said. So normally there is. Oh yes. Ah yes, yeah. Even if you are considered to be the most sinful of all sinners, when you are situated in the boat of transcendental knowledge, you will be able to cross over the ocean of miseries, Krishna said. So, it is said that this material world is like an ocean of misery. So better to have a boat, no? Than to be in the ocean, with all the waves, all the creatures that living in water can be dangerous. So let's be in the boat of knowledge. And there was a study, some research that have proven that 64% of the worry humans have never take place. 64%. The 20% of the worry is about past events. And we cannot do nothing past events. And 10% of the worry are caused by people we cannot change. We cannot change them. So only 3% of real worry, of worry are real, and we can address. But because you are so worrying, so much taking time for the 97%, then we don't have time to address the 3% that we can really deal with. So that's why there is an English saying that pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional. So when you have knowledge,
It is what? Invincible?
inevitable.
Inevitable?
Yes.
Suffering is an option.
Yes. Things will happen in your life, but when you have knowledge, then you can go deeper. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
C'est pas une répétition?
Non, 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 non. C'est le vrai. C'est super. T'es le bienvenu. There was a teacher of stress management teacher, psychology, a psychologue of stress management. He explained one thing to the student. I don't have a glass of water, but she take a glass of water, full of water, and she said, "How much you think that weight?" So like maybe 200 grams, I don't know, something like that. So she said, "It's not heavy. I can take it easily. But how long can I take it like that? Maybe 5 minutes?
Well, how long can you hold it?
Yes. 1 hour, 2 hours, but then it's become to be somehow heavy. More heavy. Each time more heavy. Become to have some pain in your arm. So it's become very heavy. It don't look much, but with time it's become more heavy. And she said that's the same with our worrying. We have some worrying. We're worrying about things in life. And so even if you have little worrying, by keeping them in our mind all the time, it paralyzes us. It paralyzes our thinking, it paralyzes we become stressed, you know. So that's very good, because with the knowledge we have that we are not from this material world, we are from spiritual world, it diminishes the stress. We don't take things so seriously, not the little thing of life. Oh, he told me that, oh, he told me that. No, we don't need to take so seriously, we are not from here. All this anxiety, worrying, they don't seem so much important anymore. We know it's kind of illusion. We don't need to take seriously. Another one, Krishna speaks about sword of knowledge, Jnana Asina. So Krishna said, therefore, the doubt which have arisen in your heart out of ignorance should be slashed by the weapon of knowledge, armed with yoga or bharat, stand and fight. So Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita that doubts are like demons. Oh, you can go. Huh? So there is some doubt are good. It's good to make us grow. But some doubt, if you don't address them, they will grow. They will grow and grow into monster. So that's why you need the sword of knowledge. Krishna is helping us. Prabhupada's books is so powerful. How we address, some philosophies that we've been impregnated in our mind. Slash them,
I'm sorry, but I can't completely agree with that. Because if you have doubts about people, or mannerisms of people.
About what?
Mannerisms, the way people conduct themselves sometimes, and you address that with those people, it can create anger.
But you cannot change them. So why you are addressed? Huh?
No, you can't. You can only change yourself.
Yeah. So that's the point here.
To get rid of the doubts. I can't change them, so forget about it.
No, you can inspire them by your own example. That's all you can do. But this is more about yourself, your self-doubt inside your heart,
Yes, sometimes it's not possible to inspire people. And then you can sort of like say, well,
they're on their own journey.
The easy way out is just to say.
Prabhupada said we are all on our own little plane. We're all driving our own little plane. And we get, some radio message from the control, tower. That's Guru Sadhu Shastra, giving us direction. So you drive your plane, and they drive their plane. You can follow the direction. Maybe they will follow you. I don't, but they can do what they want. You cannot.
It's a really tough one if you go into that deeply.
You cannot force, you know.
No, you can't force it, but then you can take a step back. But that might also anger people.
What do you mean?
Well, if you don't want to go into too much detail because then you'll be talking about people, but if you are requested to do something and you try and do that,
Yeah.
that's not working.
But first, also, it depends on your position in the community or in life of these people. The position that you have, you know, if you are on management, maybe you can arrange something for this person or speak to this person. But if you don't have the position, it's very difficult. If the person don't trust you, you know, if you are, what can you do?
You can't do anything except take a step back.
Yeah.
And if you take a step back and it angers people more, then nothing works.
Yeah, but you do your duty.
Sort of knowledge telling me
What's important?
you should address the situation.
You do your duty and the other day.
Huh?
You do your duty, that's the most important. Then you don't check for others. That you take your part. People, if they won't take their part or not, that's not your concern. Know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
So, yeah, Krishna is giving us really the knowledge to equip us with weapon to kill the doubt, the demons of doubt. Especially in our age, so much scientific things, so much things on TV, so much propaganda. If you don't have strong philosophy, strong understanding, you are carried away by different kind of propaganda. Okay, now we're going to see something you already seen in the course, so we're going to go quickly about it. This Vedic literature. You remember this? We saw with Sankirtan Priya Prabhu?
I remember
Yeah?
not the words.
So we don't have time anyway because we need to finish before 7.
But this is just a very small part of all the.
Yeah.
All
Most of it is a lot of material things because Vedic knowledge is about any knowledge. Veda means knowledge. All knowledge coming from the Vedas. So it speaks about many different things like health, construction, many things. Some are more metaphysical, but what we are more interested by is spiritual. So we have 3 main books to focus. We have, you know, if you want really to go deep, if you read everything, we don't have time to read all the book. But all the knowledge, all the essence are there. In Bhagavad Gita, we have the philosophy, the words of God. Then we have the activity of God and His devotees in Srimad Bhagavatam. And then we have Chaitanya Charitamrita with the mind of God. How to practically do the devotional service. We also saw that with Sankirtan Priya Prabhu in the last course. So we continue. We also saw that how Prabhupada organized his book. You remember the name? That is the real Sanskrit, Devanagari.
Yeah. Oh, real Sanskrit and is it transliteration?
Yes, it's called Ucharana, transliteration into the Roman letter.
You get the word for word.
Word for word, that is called Padar Koti. And then there is Vakya Yoga, translation, and then the Tika, the comments. So can you imagine, Prabhupada did that for the 700 verses of Bhagavad Gita. Amazing. Not that only. He do that for the entire, at least until the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Can you imagine how many verses it had? How many verses there is in Srimad Bhagavatam?
Was it 30,000 something thousand?
18,000.
18,000.
Can you imagine the work? And not only he did that also for Chaitanya Charitamrita. How many verses? 11,000. So Prabhupada was every night translating that.
Bhagavad Gita was 700 verses, no?
Bhagavad Gita 700, yes.
700 and get 18,000 and get 11,000.
So Prabhupada, he was traveling, managing all his society, answering the letter. You know, he was always very busy, but he had time to do all these books because it's so important.
Because he only slept 2 hours a night.
Yeah, because it was so important for him. He didn't sleep because it was very important for the movement, for the future of the movement. So all this on the book, Srila Prabhupada did. So we have great gratitude for Srila Prabhupada. And then we say, okay, there is many books where we should start. There is actually an order, you know, about books, even before. There is different level. The foundation of understanding some foundation. So there is not these small books of Prabhupada, Perfection of Yoga, Chant and Be Happy, Perfect Question, Perfect Answer, Raja Vidya. Then more detailed understanding of the philosophy here. Then the practice of Bhakti Yoga. Then the relationship part. Then very high philosophy. Teaching of Lord Chaitanya. I don't know if you read that, it's very powerful. Srimad Bhagavatam, deep in philosophy, and Chaitanya Charitamrita is postgraduate.
Teachings of Lord Chaitanya, what is that about? That's separate from Chaitanya Charitamrita.
It's a summary of Chaitanya Charitamrita, especially the teaching with Rupa Goswami and Chaitanya Charitamrita and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Where do you think this course is fitting here?
Why is fitting?
Yeah, which
level 1?
Which level?
Level 1.
You think?
Yeah.
What are we speaking about in this course?
We're talking about chanting.
Yeah, what is it, the main topic of this course?
Bhakti.
Yeah.
Devotion.
So the practice of Bhakti Yoga. We speak about how to practice Bhakti Yoga. We saw in the other course, Gita course, about the philosophy of the Bhagavad Gita, that was here. And now we go to the practical step, how to live the philosophy.
That was
Sorry?
so there are 4, 5, 6. There will be other courses, right?
Then I think Sanketan Priya is at home now. He said he's going to work on the Srimad Bhagavatam course.
Yeah, he said it might take him a while.
Yeah. Because it's the first 6 canto, so it's big. So hopefully, I'm not sure it will be next year, but hopefully soon it will be nice. So some people may say they don't have time to read, but actually it's a question of priority. When we have some priority in life, we always make some time. And I think we already speak about that in Sankirtan Priya Prabhu, that even if it's a small time, take a small time to read every day, to hear about Prabhupada's books, even if it's all audio, or reading, or take some time for that. Because the scripture are not like a spare wheel, spare wheel when you have problems. Because Mahatma Gandhi, he said, when doubt haunts me, when disappointment stares me in the face, and I see not a ray of hope in the horizon, I turn to the Bhagavad Gita and find verses to comfort me. and I immediately begin to smile in the midst of overwhelming sorrow. Those who meditate on the Gita will derive fresh joy and new meaning from it every day. So that's very good, but actually Bhagavad Gita should be the steering wheel of our life. Not just when we have problems we go in it, but it should conduct our life. To give some direction to our life.
C'est quoi le texte de maintenant
Oui.
sur la Bhagavad Gita?
Non, il disait que quand il a des problèmes dans la vie, il se tourne toujours vers la Bhagavad Gita. Et ça, ça lui... Voilà. Donc, pour juste quelques tips, some tips about when you read something, think about what you read. Because it needs to become alive. If it's just reading, it's boring, you know. But when you begin to think deeper about what you read, it go deeper in you. Then discuss it with others about what you read. That's really empower you. It gives you some nice thing. I read that like that. I can speak with devotees, you know.
I think they also say, write down what you learn.
Yeah, that's one of it.
And then you really need to think about it, what you actually learn, and it helps you to remember a lot also.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's not just about reading, but we really need to apply it in our life. We need to teach it also. That's why it's good for me to do that. Like that, it's inspiring me to read, to learn. And also, next week, you will have the opportunity to also give this little presentation. That is very good. It's going deeper, like that, give you some enthusiasm to know better.
Can you give me an idea of what kind of presentation?
No,
5 minutes?
just 4 or 5 minutes, just to recapitulate the main points that we saw.
Will you also share your whole?
Yeah, I will share that on so you can see. Just make some notes, and then you can explain. And like you say, write about what you read, something that touch you, something that you find important, and then it's become part of your life if you do that. Okay, I need to continue because time is running. Then next part is okay. That we will escape. Okay, next part, active devotion. So that is about seva. So Bhagavad Gita explained that spiritual life is not just about stillness and contemplation. It should give some practical action, you know. It should be in our life, part of our life. Not just when we chant, not just when we read, but just in our life, practical life. So devotion is active by nature. You remember how Prabhupada translate Bhakti? How Prabhupada translate Bhakti?
Devotional service.
Yeah. Oh. No, just devotional service. Means it's active. Okay?
I didn't realize it was such a difference.
So, and when you become initiated, what is the title you get? Das. What does it mean? Servant. It's active. The Vaishnava is somebody who is active. He's a servant. Okay. Let's continue. So this is nice to know. There is the chanting and the reading we saw just now, the two first steps. And then there is the practical devotional service, the seven. So one is feeding the other one. When you chant and you read, you want to practice, you want to get the real stuff, you want to do it. So you become equipped to serve. Because if you just do service, it's not devotional service, so it's good, it needs to be fed by chanting and reading. Very important. We want devotional service, not just service. Need to go back. And also we don't see, but you see here there is also one here.
Arrow.
There is a arrow. So because also devotional service is feeding the chanting and the reading. It's actually a, you see, how you say, virtuous cycle. Okay. I'm going fast because. Okay. So it can be have some service at home. So there's different things, offering food, daily worship, some service we can do from home.
Remote. That's something we can do from home. Okay. Maybe.
So in the temple, cooking, there is so much diversity of service. Using your talent in the world, welfare work, sharing knowledge of Krishna. Like Sankirtan, Harinam.
What is spiritual welfare work?
Like you do, Food for Life, for example, yeah? This is a good example. That's why now I'm going to ask you a question. Is service to mankind service to God?
Is service
To mankind, to serve mankind, is it service to God?
Yes.
Oh, mankind. Okay, so.
Yeah, sure. Not always.
Sorry?
Yes, it's actually helping them to progress, then it serves to God also.
God is.
Why you say yes?
I said not because I remember in the course I was saying that something like this. It was just a moment because my is little okay. Just a moment. Okay.
Take your time.
I think it was because okay. I think Krishna said that Sri Krishna said that devotees are already very much adherent to me, but the other devotees who love my devotees, I like them more.
Yes.
Okay, so if I just replace that in between them devotees by the mankind, I consider almost public. It seems to me yes, it makes sense.
It's true, we are all devotees. Everyone is a devotee, but some are not aware. Some are aware.
They say that we're all part and parcel of God, also non-devotees.
Yeah.
So that is one.
Okay.
One approach. If you're serving anyone else, any living entity, you're serving God as well.
Okay.
That's one approach. But if you're serving food to homeless people, they get a bit of progress because they're eating prasad.
Yeah.
But that is indirectly preaching.
But sometimes people, they come here and they say, what are you doing practical for the world, you know? I see you spend so much euro, so much thousand of euro to take care of this deity, to have nice dress, nice jewelry, nice food for them, nice fun. Nice some fun now. So you spend all this time, you could feed the poor, you could help Africa, you could Africa, you could help so much humanity, but you spend for that.
Yes, I was thinking about that. You know, I've been called, to give money to Africa,
Yeah.
For poor people, poor people need money, but you give, but it's not service to God, because you don't already. The money goes straight to those people, They use this money, to make publicity.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't know if your money got.
Yeah, it is. It's one point. Yeah.
Not just that, but they get paid in their own money.
Exactly.
You don't know if your money serve to raise the consciousness of these people.
Yeah.
Maybe they feed them with meat, with fish.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's not a change consciousness.
It's true.
Just money.
There is a nice analogy about that, a nice little story. Somebody was walking and he sees somebody's drawing in the river. And he jumped to rescue the person. He swam, he took just the clothes of the person and he went back. He said, I saved the person. But he just took the clothes, you know. So that's a little bit like that, the welfare work in the world. They're helping the body, they're helping the mind of people, but who is the person? Who is the person? Are they helping the real person?
Well, I mean, if somebody is homeless and on the street sitting outside a supermarket, they're asking for something, I won't give them money, but I'll give them the croissant or something.
Yeah.
Something to eat, that's something else.
There is a nice...
It's not the Charan.
Yeah, but you can offer.
Yeah.
There is a nice story. Radhanath Maharaj, one day was in airport, Bombay airport, and there was the Minister of Ecology of India, the same airport. And she saw Radhanath Maharaj and she went straight to him. And she was quite angry.
She was angry?
Angry mood, yeah. Said, what are you, yogi, doing for the ecology? Oh, bonjour. Hello. Namaste. So it was like that. Okay, we can speak about it. So she asked, what are you doing to against the pollution, against climate change, and all that? What are you doing about that? You know, you have some power, so please do something about it. So he began to start to speak, say the role of a spiritual leader. That he gave an example. Maharaj, he said, if you have a boils on the skin, you can treat the boils, but the boils will come back again and again until the disease in the blood is not cured. So he said that the blood needs to be purified if you really want to cure the disease. So that's the same thing. He said you can clear the hair, you can clear the river, but it will come back. Why? Because the disease is deep in the heart of the human being. You know, the environment of the human being, of the human heart, it's polluted by greed, by lust, by exploitation mentality. And until we don't clean that, it will come back again. So he said, it's very good what you're doing, but we need to work together, not one against each other. No? We meant to work together. So that's very powerful.
She was satisfied with the answer?
Yeah, she was very happy. Because, yeah. Because if you don't clean the real disease, the symptoms will come again and again. So the root cause of all problems in the world is basically the selfishness, the greed, the pride. All it is anartha, we have in our heart. And what we see in the world, the practical problem we see, that's just a manifestation of that. Just a manifestation. And so we need to go to the roots of the problem. And the roots really is the lack of spirituality in our life. Of lack of God consciousness. And therefore, if you want really to try to serve humanity, for sure, really, that is what's happening here. In the temple, in the mosque, in the church, where we give an understanding of God, how to come closer to God, to purify our heart. So, if you really want to go to find deep satisfaction and happiness, until we don't have this satisfaction, we will exploit. Because we are looking to be happy. So if you are not happy internally, we try to exploit externally to be happy. So it's very, very important. This welfare work of spiritual life is the most important because you go to the roots of the problem. So yes, it's not a problem to serve mankind, but we need to add spirituality with it. And Food for Life is a very good example. We feed the homeless, but with feet pressure down. So very good combination. It goes hand by hand. Okay, we spoke about that. Let's go. Okay, that's it. What time is it?
I'm proud of you. 3 minutes before 5. It would take longer if it was a bigger class.
I have not to go till 1 hour more, but
Normally you would go 1 hour more?
no. It's just it's good because you have more interaction. I prefer like that, you know. It was okay to interaction. It was enough, yeah.
I thought it was. Maybe I was talking too much.
No, it was good. It was good, Deb.
Perfect.
Okay. It was okay. Okay, you can stop here. We see next week for the